You know, as much as I love gaming on Xbox, I must say the Xbox community is the weakest community in gaming. We get pretty much everything on Xbox from Game Pass to them purchasing Bethesda and Activision getting great games like Starfield, Hi-Fi Rush, and all that. And yet the Xbox community, for some reason, always, right on cue, fall for every single narrative, right? And then the thing about these baseless rumors is that one, they're almost never true, and two, the Xbox community gets themselves up in arms, bitch and moan at Xbox and Microsoft, and then when these rumors prove to be false, y'all never just come out and say shit. I was wrong, my bad. So pretty much the big rumor that's been circulating is that a quote unquote critically acclaimed Xbox first party game will go to competing platform based off what? Oh, just some random YouTuber. Again, these YouTubers who I remind you guys are never right. You know what I'm saying? But yet, here's the thing about these YouTubers. Somehow, some way, they have all this insider information, but when it comes to the big moves, they never predict them. They never predicted Bethesda. They never predict. Hell, they didn't even predict Hi-Fi Rush when it was Shadow Drop. Now all of a sudden, they got insider information that the game's coming to a different platform. And I use Hi-Fi Rush because for some reason, the the gaming media thinks that Hi-Fi Rush is coming to the Switch. Again, not confirmed, not true, never stated. However, what this article is doing is that it's taking the original tweet that I showed you, and it's saying, and it's assuming that it's Hi-Fi Rush coming to the Switch, based again off nothing. And by the way, let me say this: not every AA or smaller Xbox game deserves to be on the Switch, and that's the word that they like to use, deserves. And I'm trying to figure out, if Xbox has no games like y'all told us for over half a decade, why is it that all of a sudden, now that they got games, y'all are port begging from them? All that this stuff like this tells me is that the reality is the gaming world loves Xbox games. They're interested in Xbox games. They're jealous of Xbox games, and for some reason, they're doing this half-baked. Attempt at port begging for Xbox games. Now, it's funny that the way that they port beg though is that they do it in the bad faith way of pretending to care about but Xbox is struggling and they need somehow the $1 trillion company Microsoft and Xbox, they're the ones who need Sony and Nintendo money. Come on, guys. I beg the Xbox community to please just use a modicum of critical thinking. I'm not asking you guys to think on on a metaphysical level or anything. However, let's just think of some facts here. Let's not forget that during the FTC trial last year, Phil Spencer himself said, "Hey, for games that we publish on PlayStation, for example, the 30% cut that they get, they use that money to squeeze inside a game." And again, you think that they're going to put Indiana Jones or anything, or Hi-Fi Rush, whatever game you guys are port begging for, on the competing platforms, will we know that they use that money to harm Xbox? Guys, again, how about this? How about the fact that we found out during the FTC trial again, in late 2021, Phil Spencer made the call to make all Bethesda games exclusive. All Bethesda games, including, Hi-Fi Rush. So I find it hilarious that the Xbox community just basically falls for these baseless rumors every single time. Right? Oh yeah, of course it's not Redfall. No, not Redfall. It's the critically acclaimed bullshit. My goodness. Apparently, from this Nate the Hate guy, views from the perspective of Microsoft as a business. If you're bringing select games multi-platform outside of PC to Switch and PlayStation, your competitor's console, you're doing so because you want to expand its reach beyond just the Xbox itself. Okay. This is what I mean by bullshit baseless rumors. So let me get this straight from this Nate. You know what this Nate guy said? This Nate guy said what literally everybody says about Xbox games. Starfield needs to be on PlayStation because it could reach as many people as possible. And you see how this is baseless, right? Because that logic literally applies to every single game. Well, by that logic, Mario should be on Xbox and PlayStation because there's over 100 million games on those consoles as well. God of War should be on Nintendo and Xbox because there are over 100 million gamers on those consoles as well. But yet this standard seems to only apply to Microsoft, and it's always viewed as if Microsoft is just struggling business, and if it wasn't for the help of Nintendo and Sony, then my goodness, how can these games ever reach an audience? By Game Pass. Guys, let's not forget, Hi-Fi Rush was already a success on Game Pass. So let me get this straight. See if these 33 million players. Hi-Fi Rush, we already knew had like 2 million players after its first few weeks. And all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, you're telling me that they desperately need to put these games on the other platform. Xbox community, please stop being weak, man. Stop falling for this stuff. Stop getting upset over rumors that are obviously false. Use some critical thinking. I beg of you guys, because this stuff is obvious nonsense. And yet, once again, I see the Xbox community over here just bitching, and the ones who aren't are all out here saying, "Oh man, this is gonna be great for gaming." Yeah, wake me up. So again, never tell me that Xbox has no games. Never tell me that y'all don't care about Xbox. Never tell me that Xbox games are trash, because I'll say this: I never see Xbox fans port beg as hard as everybody's port begging for these games to come into their platform. All right, guys. So let me know what you guys think about this, and I'm out.